let's get into something a bit more fun. And Lady Luxury.
Oh yes, our
Hey,
friend,
Antonella.
our friend overseas.
Now, about a year ago, actually, it wasn't a year ago, it was in January last year. This year, she set up a fundraiser, which obviously got a lot of people know about and got a lot of attention to fight the gun laws in WA.
Yep,
Great, noble sort of aspiration. And we've been
and
very.
and because it was so popular, and because of the anger in Western Australia, it of course raised. I mean, it was the only fundraiser at the time promising legal action, and it did raise 100 and I don't for correct
178,
178,000 dollars.
178. And at the same time, it wasn't the only action being taken. Contrary to what she has said, there was the rally held in February. That
Yes,
was the organisation that started in December,
yes,
Boxing Day, I think it was, and she was involved in that. Right,
yes.
so she can't claim ignorance. So basically, what happened is that she basically just stopped talking to people and about the rally and about the upcoming election, and no one really knew why. And we found out why a little bit later, because she, just to get the sequence right here, she started the fundraiser. It's got a lot of money. She's actually wanted to get $30,000 to get some legal advice. However, the headline item, which is what drew everybody in, was to fight the gun laws in WA. It's a very specific claim. And she also talked about starting legal action. And you and I have commented on that what she has done is nothing to do with legal action. It's getting legal advice. Legal action is when you file a matter and you then start appearing in court and putting your case forward. She has not
Mm,
done that.
yes, none of
Now,
that's happened at all.
no, nothing. So she hasn't done it. Now, you can understand that sometimes it might be either because of deception or it might be because you find out things along the way and you can't do it. Either way, it hasn't happened. And, so the claims are very specific and she's never explained where the end of the road, the path is. So basically, she put the fundraiser in on Easter Sunday. She
Yeah.
came up with this announcement out of the blue that she'd moved to San Antonio in Texas.
We have moved officially to the United States of America. We are in San Antonio, Texas, here with my boss, Dan Taxation is their Thurman, and we are so excited.
She, at no stage did she say this was coming. At no stage did she say, "Hey, people, I'm raising money for this fight, but you know what? I might not hang around. I might actually nick off overseas." And now the things start to make sense. The reason why she bailed out of the rally, I suspect, was because she had already started the things in motion to get the visa to go overseas with her husband.
Yeah.
And the reason why that she did not run at the March state election is because she knew that she wasn't going to be around. I'm guessing these things, but to me, that timeline makes sense because she's talking about, you
Yeah.
can't just up and move to the United States without the
No,
arrangements in place.
it takes quite a. I think it's 6 weeks. Does it take? I think it's 6 weeks to get a working visa in the United States.
Once you've got everything else lined up, yes, because
Oh,
you
yeah,
have to.
6 weeks would be the minimum.
You need to have a sponsor, which means that she's working for a guy who's a little bit weird, but he look. I don't know what her arrangements are, but I'm guessing that she's got a work visa and that her current employer is sponsoring her. So this is something that was not planned on the Easter Friday or Good Friday.
No, it's been planned it was planned for a couple of months,
Yeah,
which is quite telling because she was raising all this money to supposedly do legal action, uh, knowing full well that she was disappearing. She would have known maybe even before she started the fundraiser, because she was moving to the United States.
yeah, and now we've covered this issue about legal action and um, releasing legal advice to your enemy and those sort of things. We've done all that, but the point that I'm raising now is that we are getting close to the anniversary of when she started that fundraiser, and there are people who have donated good money in the, to support the fight, who would be horribly disappointed that in fact there is no fight. This What she's doing now is just putting out videos of her running around with guns stripped to her hip, and she's doing some Halloween stunts and that sort of stuff. And in fact, let's have a bit of a look at her YouTube channel. You'll see that she has now very much branded it as being, sort of American, and you can see here that where her priorities are. That it's out on the range. So if you have donated to this fight, you still have an opportunity. You may have an opportunity to get your money back. And so what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you a page which is on the GoFundMe site, and the link to this will be in the description to this video. But this is how you can get your money back if you donated to that campaign, and you have to do it within a year of donating. So I recommend you do it before January, but I'll do it straight away. So there's a page which explains how you go and get a refund. It's quite a short page, so it's quite easy to follow. All you do is you contact them, you contact GoFundMe, and then you'll get this little, when it opens up, you can see I've been playing around with this before, but you can actually submit a request for your refund through the website. Quick and easy to do.
And if she'd spent the money, look, she'd obviously legitimately spent money on obtaining those King's Council advice, and she probably gave, I don't know, who knows, $20,000-$30,000 to him. Plus sending, was it Neil, 4 legal letters?
That's what she's saying.
Yes. So well, she did show. She did hold up 4 legal letters, but didn't actually post us to read them.
No, not quite. She waved them in front of the camera like that.
Yeah, we didn't actually get to read them, of course, but she did hold up a bit of paper saying that she sent a letter. So even if she sent 4 letters, and let's be really generous and say she spent $5,000 on each letter, which would be quite an expensive letter, but that's only 20 grand. So what are we up to now? About 50 grand.
Yeah.
That leaves about 100 grand.
Yep. So there's a lot of things we don't know about this, about who paid, and you've raised this with me privately, who paid for their flights to America. Because at the end, the timing works out. Like if as soon as she went to that 30,000 mark and beyond, who knows what happened? But there's questions. We don't know how much we spent. As you said, 50. Let's make it 70,000. If you have a look at the fundraiser now, it is still on. It is still on the GoFundMe website. She still wants money. It's at 178,000. It's been there now for a few months. You can see the last donations were several months ago. You'll also see there's a small box up there, donations paused. Now, the reason why I've looked up the reasons why they get paused, and look, it can be for any number of different reasons, including breaching their terms and conditions. That's one of the grounds. I'm not saying that Kate has breached terms and conditions, but why, if she still didn't, the fact that fundraisers up there to me tells a story that she's still quite happy for people to donate if they're able to. At the moment, they're not able to, but otherwise, why would she not take it? But also, why would she not update the text to say, I'm sorry, guys, this is not going to work. My apologies. Here's your money back. She hasn't done that. What she has done, this has been updated, this text, this is different from what was originally posted. She, again, has justified her position, which is saying that no organisation is engaged with the judiciary to seek their help on the laws. Well, that's garbage, partly because there has been other people who've gone down a similar path to her. She's talking about, this is all an update from the original post, and it was done in, I think, about July or so. And then she goes on about trying to defend her position in the media. At no stage did she say, I'm sorry, we're at the end of the road. Now, there may be something else she wants to do on this. She might, she could still launch proceedings or something, but that's highly unlikely, I would think.
No, not at the stage we are now. She did mention a few months ago that she was going to make funds available to shooters to launch their own legal action. So I've heard nothing on that, and then I'm sure other shooters haven't heard anything on that as well.
Very good point. You're right. She made that promise, and there were people who came to me and went to her, and I think she said she was inundated by people, with information and things like that. And I would have thought that if she has funded any of that, then she would have crowed about it. But instead, if you go to a YouTube channel, it's all about Halloween, and all that garbage.
Yeah.